We actually have a second Ray in Oregon. Amazing. 2 Rays in Oregon. Now let's go to the other Ray in Oregon.
Hi, Mark. This is Ray Karczewski from Oregon, from Cave Junction.
Ray, a pleasure to speak with you.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your maiden voyage. You're unique. I wonder if your audience realizes how unique your message is. No one else is on the internet is saying what you're saying, and you're doing it. The resonance of truth in your voice, your knowledge. It has a devastating effect upon conditioned minds, and I think John made a hell of a good decision in putting you on. I just hope that the audience listens to you without reacting, because they will react to you.
Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's going to happen, and I expect that. And all I can ask people to do is listen with an open mind and heart, and then research on their own. You know, it's the notion here that the sign of true intelligence is to be able to entertain a notion in the mind without either immediately accepting it or rejecting it. And Ray, before you continue, I just want to say to the listening audience, if people are not familiar with who this gentleman is, you should become familiar with his work. If your work is still online, Ray, if you want to give out any website that you have your work up on, please feel free to do so, because Ray was one of the people who actually influenced my awakening in a big way and helped me to go all the way in my understanding of truth and natural law. Ray has been talking about natural law for many, many, many years. I got into his work back in the early 2000s, and when he had a website with many of his podcasts up online. I still have all of them, Ray. I've listened to all of them. Your work is phenomenal. I want to thank you for what you have done and continue to do, and I'll open the floor for you to continue. And if you want to give out any websites where your work is currently present and available to people, feel free to go right ahead and do so.
Well, you know, Paul, the old adage still holds. It takes one to know one, and that's what's going on between you and I. We're resonating with one another. My website, by the way, for listeners, I've been a long-time caller to Republic, and John's had me on the show several times, but people don't get me. My website is arkenterprises.com. I have more than 100 YouTube videos that one can listen to. I'm controversial because I make the statement that I am a Christ, but I also make the statement that all men are Christ, but they suffer from amnesia, while I don't. And
powerful, is that very powerful. We're all Christ in our potential. Absolutely.
That's true. That's absolute. See, we must traverse the deceptions, the illusions, the satanic conditioning that is our mindset at the present time while we live on this earth. We are controlled in our minds by those who, the leadership of organizations, and they will not relinquish that control. So it's an individual journey for people. You cannot get it by joining organizations. And it's to traverse from the illusion to truth. Well, truth is non-dualistic. It is what is, completely. And when one resonates with that, they are in the Christ state of consciousness. And they are immune to all of the dualistic attacks that the intellect will wage against one for the sake of power. That's how the government operates. That's how religions operate. They cannot stand a man or a woman who lives in truth. So they attack, they demean, they libel, they create all kinds of fantasies which are libelous in nature in order to discredit the individual. I've accepted that as being a fact of life. Sure. I've been doing this for 18 years, and I'm presently, if people will go to my site, they will look into a couple of recent articles that I've written, and the last one is to the governor of the state of Oregon, and I'm asking him to clean up his state of the corruption. I have him over the barrel. and all other public officials. They have control of the media, but they cannot control the truth.
That's right.
And that is the power of one who lives simply and lives in a state of no harm.
That's it.
Lives by God's law,
That's
by
right.
natural law.
That's right. The non-aggression principle. That's absolutely correct.
Right.
And when we stand in that truth, that's when we're expressing our full potential, and that's when we step into our power. Nothing can stop us when we do that. Ray, get in touch with me. I want to bring you on at some future point for a whole show. Thanks so much.
You're quite welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for this edition. I'll see you right here next week on Republic Broadcasting. You've been listening to What on Earth is Happening.